Hello everyone, I'm Tremayne, and today we're going to talk about the real reason why Kristian Alfonso left Days of Our Lives. She had an Entertainment Tonight interview where she said flat out why she decided after 37 years she wanted to quit. But first, please take a minute to subscribe. If you have subscribed, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Please hit that like button because every time you hit that like button, it lets YouTube know it's a good video for soap fans so they can join our soap fam. And we're closing in on 23,000. We're 700 subscribers away from the 23,000 mark. However, no, that seems like a lot, but it actually isn't a lot. You know, as long as you like and share, and so that more people can see, I know we can hit that number. And also, I have my other channel where I actually started building my set for my cooking show. So hopefully y'all will enjoy me also being a chef, and I'll give you more on that at another time. Because you're here to hear me talk about Kristian Alfonso and why she actually left. The actress told Entertainment Tonight in a segment that aired on today that she decided to exit the NBC soap after nearly 4 decades when producers suggested that they pull her from the show for 5 months and then they have her return with a brand new storyline. And she said, no. She says, I don't plan on returning and popping in and out as others have done in the past. She said, I think that chapter is closed and a new one needs to be started. So when they asked her to leave the show for 5 months, she said no. And it's a double-edged sword because if you're a fan of Hope, you want to see Hope. But if the writers don't have any storylines really planned for her, they're focusing on other people right now. Sierra, Ben, Philip's coming back, Chloe's coming back, Allie, all the kind of stuff we have going on. They're like, look, we don't really have anything for Hope to do right now. Let's take you off the canvas for temporarily, and then we'll bring you back. And when we bring you back, you'll have a good storyline where we can actually focus on Hope. And all that sounds really good, but she didn't say in her interview, but I know the only thing Kristian Alfonso heard was, you don't want to pay me for 5 months. Imagine having a job that you typically get paid for a year's contract. Now that year contract they want to reduce to 7 months. So you're missing 5 months of pay, which means the company gets to save money because it's easier to say, hey, let me take you off the canvas for 5 months. That's a lot easier to say than, hey, can you take this pay cut? Which is bottom line what it is. It saves money for the show and it gets extra actors off the canvas that aren't being used at that time. Like now, they're using Lucas a lot because they have something for him to do. Allison Sweeney's a different story. Allison comes in when Allison feels like coming in. She already says she don't want to be full time, so they say, look, this is going to happen in the story. Can you give us 2 weeks? And, you know, that's what she typically do. Usually twice a year, you know, she'll do 2 weeks here and there, maybe even 3. But as far as Kristian, you know, that is, they're really taking her off contract. And she didn't want that. We've seen this happen on the show most recently with Brady and Kristen. You know, Stacy and Eric are currently off the canvas. If they're not on the show, they're not getting paid. Show save money. I feel like they should have did that with Jack and Jennifer, sent them on a honeymoon or vacation or something, because there's characters on the show that we see all the time that nobody's actually, but they don't have anything to do. I know Eve is coming back because of the whole Sierra Ben wedding fiasco, but that's only temporary. Cassie only filmed a couple of weeks. And then, which means Eve is going to come, be revealed to be the one that did all the stuff to Sierra, probably set the fire and everything. And then, you know, she'll be off the show. Again, until they need Eve again. But what has Jack and Jennifer really done since Eve has left? When Jennifer got pushed off the pulpit, or that's General Hospital parapet. When she got pushed over the balcony By Hope, she pretty much went to a coma, and then when she woke up, she didn't really have a whole lot to do. They said goodbye to their daughter, but at the same time, they're getting paid because they're on contract, whether or not they have scenes or not. They're getting paid a specific amount just to be on contract, so that it's good for the show having them on contract, because that means when they need them, they can use them, and they're not doing other projects. But I can write a list right now. I'm sure you in the comment section write a list of characters that aren't really doing anything that could benefit from a 5 months absence, and then come back with a major storyline. Stephen Nichols is another example of, they asked him to take a pay cut. He said no. He actually quit the show, just like Kristian did. And the fans went crazy, lots of outrage. And, they said, okay, we got to bring him back. But in order to bring Steven back, we have to get rid of other actors so that we can afford Steven. And, yeah, that's how he ended up with no sons, and a few other side characters got kicked off the show so that they could afford the actors they were bringing back. And I mentioned that because of all of the farewells that Kristian got on social media, Steven was the only one that said she'll be back. So that begs the question, is this actually a power play? Is she just doing what Steven did before and just said, you know what, I'm not taking a pay cut, I'm gone, and then let the fans do her negotiating for her, writing campaigns, social media campaigns, and then they say, okay, look, where's that Brinks truck? we need Kristian back. From Stephen Nichols' comment, that's kind of how I jumped to that conclusion. But for now, we'll say goodbye to Hope. It won't be until October. She last filmed in March, and March episodes will be airing in October, according to this article. So we've got Hope at least until October. But I actually like that. I actually like bringing the actors when they have a good storyline, because as a fan, you want to see them doing things. You don't want to just see them occasionally show up, or just say hi to someone, or maybe have lunch real quick, but they don't have a story of their own. We don't want that. We want people to just be on our screens with a good storyline, especially legacy characters. So that's it. They tried to get Kristian to leave for 5 months. She said no, and she quit. And according to Stephen Nichols, he wouldn't be surprised if she came back, but I'm sure she wouldn't come back until the money was right. So that's it for now. I wish Kristian Alfonso the best, as many soap fans do. Whether she decides to eventually come back or not, we'll see. But for now, we just wish her the best of luck in all her endeavors. And let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think actors should take these brief hiatus so that the show can save money and stay on the air and not become too expensive for the production, for the studios to keep on? Or do you think that she did the right thing, that she didn't want to take that 5-month pay cut, but at the same time, would you rather take a 5-month pay cut or a 12-month pay cut? Because, there's a difference between, well, you really got paid 7 months, but now you get paid for no months. So that's it. Let me know in the comment section what you think. What would have been your choice if you were in her shoes? Would you have just outright quit? Or would you have taken a 7 months of pay and still been a cast member, and most importantly, would have came back with a storyline that was focusing on her? So let me know in the comment section what you think, and I will catch you in the next video.